tape dropping. It ain't hard to tell you they ain't popping. Overweight.
Celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight, some names out of action.
And the attrition of the long regular season showing itself. Both teams making do at less than full strength.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. They've got DeJounte Murray. Zion Williamson is out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Heat, Bam Adebayo is out there with O'Neal. Then it's Sam Merrill. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Ware in at center. There has been a lot of discussion about the length of the NBA season, GA. Do you think 82 games is the right number?
Well, I do. It's worked well for over 50 years, so why change it? And if we do change it, it affects records and how we compare the game across eras.
Now here's Murray. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Six on the shot clock. To the middle with the clock winding down.
You see the full strength and athleticism of Murphy on this jam.
And it's Miami's ball. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Erik Spoelstra. He's concerned about a lot of things, but in particular, he's worried about how to deal with DeJounte Murray. Coach said he's an opportunist in transition. Everybody's got to get back after a miss or he'll eat us alive. Sounds like the same thing we've heard from other coaches. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Williamson against Adebayo. Stan, no one knows Williamson's game more than you. You know it firsthand. Zion's physicality makes him incredibly difficult to defend.
Well, there's no question, Kevin. He's virtually unstoppable going to the basket. But as time goes on, you know everybody's athleticism decreases a little. If he's going to age well in the league, he's going to need to have that jump shot as a weapon.
I'm sure you told him that, didn't you?
I tried.
So he gets them both.
And you look at Zion. His combination of size, speed, and strength can be extremely difficult for a defense to have to deal with.
Now here's Booker. Turned in an outstanding game against Denver. Pass to Adebayo. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Merrill. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for New Orleans. Murray, the pass to Williamson. Drops in the layup for two.
Well, that contact does nothing to Zion. He's just way too strong.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. O'Neal from long range. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. The Pelicans have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's Boston. He's guarded by Adebayo. From downtown, and he's good on the 3-ball. He has 5.
Just a really good three-point shooter. Trey Murphy the third. I guess that is why he has the third in his name.
And timeout is called by Erik Spoelstra. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Let's get loud.
Here's a look at the teams that have been dominant offensively over the course of the past month. In fourth, the Heat. Fifth on the list, the Pelicans.
I mean, guys, these are two of the hottest teams in the league right now when it comes to scoring the basketball.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Murray against Booker. Adebayo with a screen on Murray. Here's Booker. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And that's that in-between distance for some guys. Booker showing how comfortable he is from the mid-range.
Murray against Booker. Good D by Booker.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And Adebayo's such an excellent passer as a center, finding the open man right there.
Here's Murray. The Heat knocking down the tray to the inside. Misi, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. O'Neal misses. New Orleans leading by 3. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, some nice passing here by New Orleans.
Yeah, and Murray can do so many things on the court, including setting up his teammates.
Murray against Booker. Pass to Merrill. No good on the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Misi. Here's Boston. He's defended by Merrill. Williamson in the post. O'Neal's there. And finished off by Williamson.
Well, we'll never get tired of those dunks from Zion.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G. Slam cam. Here's Booker. 5 points in the game. And defensively stand, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
The three-pointer is right on target.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Adebayo with a screen on Murray. And here's Booker from the arc. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
The 3 at the other end lit a fire under Booker. He wanted to get those right back.
It's going by Adebayo. And here's the fast break. Adebayo leading the way. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Pelicans.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
That free throw, no good. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Boston, no good. The Heat trail by 7. Now Merrill. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And the dunk by Booker.
2 emphatic points. Devin Booker.
Here's Murray. To Williamson. From outside the arc, sinks the triple. 11 points in the game.
This speaks to how confident Murphy is. Excellent at recognizing when to take these shots.
And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
And here come your Heat Breakers and crew.
Check out stats for Devin Booker. His last 10 games have been exceptional, averaging around 35 a clip, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Now here's Booker. 10 points for him. Pass to Adebayo. Rocket 6. Here's Merrill. This one for 3. Traps in the tray. Merrill's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Heat.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Williamson a screen on Booker. Murray surveying the D. Williamson against Adebayo. Williamson in the post. Pass to Boston. Here's Messi. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Messi's got 6.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Now here's Booker. Offensively is a juggernaut. There's no way to put it. He's averaging 36 points a game. Pass to Merrill. Launches a 3. Pelicans with the rebound. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And a lot of that was game plan, putting guys in a position to succeed, particularly on the offensive end.
And that was the kind of win a coach takes pride in. You lay out the strategy, and the players execute perfectly.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Here's Booker. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Wow, that's a tough foul to take there. That gives him 2. early on, and the coach might have to cut his minutes a bit.
Marcus Smart's checked in for the Heat. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New Orleans. Up top, Merrill. Last game we saw him score 14. Here's Adebayo. Again, the miss by the Heat. Pelicans leading by 9. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you.
Trey Murphy, second personal foul.
Well, we're used to the stretch big men these days, Stan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game, though. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot. But he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
He has a good handle, doesn't he?
Oh, he's got a great handle.
They stand from 15 feet in. Not many players more dangerous in this NBA than Bam Adebayo.
No, there's not, Kevin. He's got the total package when he gets in the mid-range area on down. He can shoot the mid-range jumper above the rim to finish. He can score with his back to the basket, and he's an outstanding passer.
And we haven't even mentioned his defense, right? Because his defense is off the charts.
Always an all-defense consideration.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Williamson. No good that time. And it's Smart with the ball for the Miami Heat. 7-point differential. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure in that one. Didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
Now Smart, after Zion Williamson missed from long range. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Stan, it seems like time and again, the Heat uncover those hidden gems, turning unknowns into big contributors.
That's one of the things they do best, Kevin. The list of names like that is long, but look no further than Udonis Haslem, whose jersey they retired last season. Their hard work culture seems to breed those kind of success stories. Well, he's a competitive guard who plays with a real edge. Smart helps set the tone for the attitude of this team.
And the three ball is good.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Allen outside. Pass to Hawkins. 5 on the clock. Over Williamson. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Well, he's so smart. Hawkins Jr. has an impressive basketball IQ for his age.
There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. Hawkins against Allen. Shoots. Miami grabs the miss.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Jovic passes to Allen. Outside, Smart. A three-pointer off the mark. New Orleans leading by 7. Williamson right side. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Stan, while in New Orleans, you had a chance to coach Zion Williamson. Now, I've heard you talk about him before, but what's something special about Zion that maybe the average fan doesn't see?
Well, Kevin, that's a great question, because I think what happens a lot of times with Zion, his athleticism is so exceptional that it's hard not to watch and focus on that. But Zion is both very, very smart and a very unselfish player. Nothing makes him happier than an assist to a teammate.
Well, that's a terrific assessment. Catching up on the changes with Miami. Off's jacked in, and it's Booker in for Grayson Allen. Outside, Smart. Inside. And the dunk by Booker.
Well, and Smart probably deserves more credit for his ability to run the pick and roll. He's an outstanding decision maker.
Here's Alvarado, guarded by Smart. Here's Williamson, nails the baby hook. Williamson's got 9 points.
Well, not really much you could do to stop him there. You want your players to go hard at the bucket like that.
Shot's good by Booker.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for...
Highlights for New Orleans. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
You know what to do. We talked about adjustment. So let's execute. Go.
New Orleans leading by 5. Marcus Smart is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jovic in at the power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. They set the pick. Here's Booker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Mitchell Robinson. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Free throw good, Booker.
Anytime Devin Booker is sent to the line, it's a win for his offense. He's pretty much automatic, and it's been that way since he entered the league.
Both free throws good from Booker.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Pass to Alvarado. Back to Williamson. Kicks it out to Hawkins. There's the triple. Kept alive. To the paint. And he goes in for the dunk.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Smart passes to Jovic. On the wing, Booker. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Stays with it and hits the off-balance shot. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter.
And we see this so often from Booker because he has the green light to take any shot he wants.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Pass to Robinson. Here's Alvarado. Guarded by Smart. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. The Heat trail by 3. Here's Jaquez. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, he's such a hard-nosed player. Jaquez is always ready for battle.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident. And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Alvarado with it, guarded by Smart. Off target from three-point range. Miami's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's Jovic. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've led by as much as 10. Jaquez with the rebound. Miami trailing. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Fires at the elbow. And again, it's the Heat missing. The Pelicans have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And here are the Heat now. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. Robinson against Jaquez. Pass to Booker. There's the three. Doesn't go for him.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
Here's Alvarado, and it's blocked. Pushing it up. Jaquez with a wide open look. Cans it from downtown. Jaquez has got the lead up to 2 now for the Heat.
Well, when Jaquez is hitting threes, it adds a whole nother dimension to this offense.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Changes. Ware's checked in, and it's Sam Merrill in for Marcus Smart. The Pelicans making a switch here. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's Robinson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Booker against Murray. On the wing, Jaquez. He's got 7. 5 to shoot. Back to Merrill. No good from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
A slam dunk by Robinson.
You see the playmaking ability of Williamson there. Great pass to set up his teammate.
Jaquez outside. Back to Booker. Pass to Jovic. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Jovic has got his first basket.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
Yeah, once he gets the ball in that spot, help has to be very quick to rotate over.
Miami's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Murray against Booker. Jaquez right side and stolen by Williamson. Pass to Robinson. Outside for Murray. A floater. It's rebounded by Jovic. Last game for the Heat, they picked up the win against Denver. Booker outside. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Murray, good.
And getting the shot he wanted, Murray loves it from in close.
Miami's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Booker the pass to Jovic. Jaquez against Williamson. Here's Merrill. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Murray the pass to Robinson. Pass to Nisi. And the layup's good off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Pelican lead. And so Booker will bring it up for Miami. Here's Merrill. Takes the three. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Merrill's got 9.
Great timing by Booker, setting up his teammate for success.
Robinson a screen on Hawkins. Hawkins against Williamson. Pass to Hawkins. 6 to shoot. Down low. Here's Messi. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That's a good find from Zion, showing off his vision there.
Booker looking around. And the Heat, another three.
Let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants... to talk to his guys. Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. O'Neal comes in for Jaime Hawkins.
On the court is your high squad. It's time to get on your feet. The loudest section gets free t-shirts. Who wants some? Give it up for your Heat high squad.
New Orleans has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. There's a good screen. Pass to Messi. Murray against Booker. Shot clock at 6. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And we've seen Stan DeJounte Murray prove for years that he is a 20-point player.
Yeah, and Kevin, he can score as a point guard or he can be off the ball. But the best thing about DeJounte Murray, he is a great two-way player, one of the best guard defenders we have in this league.
Now here's Booker. 22 points for him. Merrill with the ball. Pass to Adebayo. Over Robinson. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Pelicans leading by 3. Here's Boston. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
And don't let his defensive work get passed over. With all his steals, he was just as valuable on D as he was at the other end.
Miami's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Murray against Booker. Here's Merrill. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Murray against Booker. Murray the pass to Boston, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And the dunk by Booker.
An underrated athlete with a solid handle. Defenders can't always keep up with Booker on the drive.
Murray against Booker. Murray down low, off with the layup. Booker outside. No good on that one. Murray with the defensive effort. Pelicans leading by 3. Pass to Robinson. There's a screen by Robinson. It's tipped. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving
the ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
So a moment now to see the story for Devin Booker.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way, and you're interested.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us, that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific story. Here's O'Neal. Following the score by DeJounte Murray. Pass to Booker. Fires for three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Robinson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Murray, good.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Murray against Booker. Now Merrill. 54 seconds left in the first half. Fantastic finish by Booker.
And you know, defenses try to get physical with Booker, and now he's used to that. He just plays through the contact.
Pass to Messi. To the inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now here's Booker. 26 points for him. 24 seconds left in the first half. There's O'Neal with the three. Nailed from three-point land. O'Neal's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
Murray against Booker. Got a hand on it. Now Merrill. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. O'Neal's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Heat. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what's gotten the offense working?
Well, finally we were able to get some stops. We were able to get a couple easy ones in the open court, and a little bit more patience to try to get something at the rim.
We'll see if you can keep breaking them down in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot draw. They're measuring up the shot. Let's hear it for our contestants.
Welcome, everybody. The story thus far being written by Devin Booker. He has been everywhere.
He's wrecking those boys in the lane. They look worn out and defeated. That's how I used to do it.
Yeah, I knew somehow you was going to bring this back to you, but I don't disagree.
Okay, now we've got some time to take a look at the Eastern Conference standings as the postseason comes into view.
When I look at Miami, they're playing up to expectations. Maybe they like to be doing more than that, but I think they're ready to make some noise in the playoffs. That's when you turn up.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Heat. Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's foul. Trey Murphy is out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Messi in at the center position. And it's the Pelicans with the ball after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Pass to Messi. Jacks up a three. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Now, here's Adebayo. Merrill with the ball. Just 5 to shoot. O'Neal misses. Booker against Murray. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Goes up the baseline. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware passes to O'Neal. Inside. Merrill finds Adebayo. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Murray against Booker. Murray dishes to Williamson. Pass to Messi. Here's Boston. He's defended by Merrill. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Well, since the All-Star break, these point guards have been doing their share of work on the boards. Take a look at their rebounding numbers in the second half of the season. 5th, DeJounte Murray.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
Yeah, and it speaks to how well-rounded a lot of today's point guards are. It's not just about orchestrating, it's about doing the dirty work, too.
Miami no good on that time either.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to calm down and regroup.
Murray against Booker. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. For 3, Murray. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, if Murray's knocking those down, that's going to keep defenders honest.
A moment here to look at the numbers for Murray. He's definitely been getting it done since the All-Star break. He's around 18 points per game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. But to have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Pass to Messi. Now Williamson. The shot's good. Williamson's got 11 points.
Yeah, the idea of a guy the size of Zion pulling off a move like that is frightening.
To the middle. Allen kicks to Ware. Booker outside. Clock at 6. Whoa! Booker playing big inside.
Skillful make inside by Booker, able to find his spot for the finish.
Booker against Murray. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And Booker kicks to Adebayo. Allen right side. Outside O'Neal. That 3 off the mark.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Booker draws the double. Adebayo down low. Covered by Williamson. The kick out to O'Neal. And the three off target.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Murray finds Williamson. And there's the drive. And Williamson throws it down.
Well, he's such a strong